up, Flipsider? So, my mind is currently blown. It is just blown. It's exploded all over the place. I'm like finding little chunks as I go along. I'm like, oh look, there's a piece of my mind, and there's another piece. But I don't know how to put it all back together yet, because okay, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, slow down. You're rushing me. Okay, so I was just in class, my cinema class. We freaking watched this movie, Mulholland Drive, I want to say it's called. I'm so confused. The movie blew my mind. It's like, what? It doesn't make any sense. But there's some kind of like deep meaning to this. I know there's some kind of meaning, cause it was what? It's like wacky, man, and it was good. It was really stupid rock. It's really stinking good, but it's like, what happened? Who's Betty? Who's Diane? Well, okay, so here's my theory. I'm just gonna say it. Nobody has any idea what I'm talking about, but Diane sees the Betty girl at the restaurant, but then so does Camille later, and Camille sees a girl named Diane. She freaks out, but Camille's dead, but Diane tries to kill her, but then Betty, who's Diane, is trying to save her once the blue box opens, after they find a key magically in their purse at the opera house. And then the blue-haired lady in the balcony is like, Silencio. At the very end, it's like, what? And I noticed that chick too, like the blue opera lady at the house. She's not blue, her hair's blue. She's just sitting in the balcony. And she's the last person in the movie. She's not a character. And she says the last line in the movie. But it's crazy because like during that opera scene, I'm like, man, that hair, the chick with the blue lady, like really far in the background, is really interesting looking. And this is the last person's movie, and it's so confusing. I can't wait to go home and see people's analysis of this. And I was also thinking, I'm like, maybe I should just really think hard about it and come up with my own analysis, but I'm not. I don't want to do that. But there's something with the box. There's like a blue box. And what is a box an archetype for? It's like containing something, or being contained, or being imprisoned, maybe? And then there's a key that they find at the opera house to open this box. And everything that happens before they open the box, I think, is fake. And then everything that happens after the box is opened, that's real. And so they find a key at the opera house to open up this box. And so there's the opera house is the key. It's the key because after the opera house, they open the box, but they get the key at the opera house. So the opera house is the key. And the guy at the opera house is talking all about illusions. He's like, everything's an illusion. And he's talking directly to Betty or Diane or whoever the heck her name is. He's obviously talking right to her. He's saying that everything. Ooh! There's a moth land on my leg. He was talking about like how everything's a recording. It's all an illusion. And then there's the girl singing a song in Spanish. I feel like if I knew what the song was saying, it would be a hint to what. But I don't speak Spanish at all. Maybe a little bit like, hey, hola, hey, por favor, that's please, right? See that jump I just made? Oh my goodness, I am like Mr. Athlete. I just want to think about this. But I'm hungry. I want to go home and get some food, but I don't want to go home because as soon as I go home, I'm going to look up what this is about, and I want to try to figure it out on my own. Yeah, okay, so, but she kills her. Spoilers. She kills herself at the end, but she has like all this stuff going on, and there's waste management, and they're coming to take me away. Because they're like, hey, you're not allowed to be back here. What are you doing? It's silly. This is where we shot Hamlet and our Harlem Shake. Anyway, and some other videos. Okay, hold on. Just give me a second to think. Diane is Betty in her fantasy. In the fantasy, Diane is Betty. It's like, but in her fantasy, Camille has memory loss, and Betty doesn't know Camille. Camille? I don't know. But in the reality, they do know each other, and Camille is a total slut bag, sleeping around with everyone. And Betty hires the hitman to kill her. No, Diane hires a hitman to kill her. But then in the fantasy, Betty, who's Diane, is trying to help Camille, and Camille's lost her memory. So is there like a schizophrenic thing going on here? Is Camille even real? Or is this just all in Diane's head? And she's losing her mind, and she's... in reality, her aunt is dead, but in that fantasy, she's staying with her aunt. Duh! And you even see her aunt. And, we shot some last Pokemon here, too. Came around the corner with the gun. And I was like, boom! Boom, boom! I also jumped over this. Look at how far of a jump that is! It's like way down there! And Monty kicked me into a bush over there. God, our stuff is so much easier to understand than this nonsense. But it was good. It was so good because, like, during, like, the last 20, 30 minutes of the movie, everything just, it makes no sense at all. Everything just totally just goes to heck, man. It's crazy. And there's, like, a part at the very beginning of the movie with these, like, two guys, and they're eating breakfast at this place, and he goes around the corner, he sees this guy, and the whole movie I'm like, I don't understand, and then it shows up again at the end, and I'm still sitting there like, I don't understand. Oh, you guys should watch this movie. The only crappy thing about it is it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, it's like 14 too many boobs in it. Which is just unfortunate. Why do they gotta throw in just a bunch of gratuitous sexual stuff in really interesting movies? It just ruins it. So go watch this, but try to find like a clean version, because it's just gratuitous. It's just stupid. I had to like look away. I had my cap and my hat flipped around the other way, and I just down. But dude, this movie is blowing my mind right now. Diane, and okay, listen to that, and Betty and Camille in the fantasy, in what I think is a fantasy, they go to Diane's house, and they find Diane dead on the bed. She's dead. So how in the world? And she's like deformed. Like, this Diane chick is like dead, and like she looks not even human, lying on this bed, and she's in like a tucked in position, like she was laid there sleeping. And then once they open the box, it cuts to Betty, who is Diane, sleeping in that same spot on the bed in the same position, but she's alive. And Camille in the fantasy is the one who freaks out at the dead Diane, and Betty, who is Diane, is trying to support her. She's like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, what? That's you! I like to think myself, it's a pretty smart guy. I like to think that I have a good understanding of what's going on. I'm pretty good at figuring movies out in books and finding symbolism and stuff because, you know, I'm taking a lot of classes. Gosh, but this movie is kicking my butt right now, guys. I mean, is Camille real? Is any of it real? The second half, yeah, I think Diane's a real person, but she's got some major problems. What's going on with the old couple? I gotta go think about this. I had to do some major soul searching because time's up, Hamlet. It's right there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe. Gosh, dang it, dude. This is just... I wish you guys have seen this movie so that we can talk about it. I want to talk about this movie with someone. And I talked with like a kid walking out of my class for like a couple seconds, and I'm just, you know, I don't want to talk to him, but I want to talk to somebody else about it. Somebody critically think about this movie. That's why I'm gonna have to just look it up. I don't want to figure it out. Woo! I'm gonna go. Because the cops are going to be called on me any second. People live there, and I'm just over here screaming about Diane and Betty and Camille. What the... I don't understand. And I want to understand, and I want to understand on my own. I don't want to have to use a stupid internet resource, but I will. It's the great thing about a cinema class is that there's no girls in that class. There's one, but she's scary. She's not like scary looking. She's not my type. That's all I'm saying. She's a cowgirl and she could totally kick my butt. I think I've talked about this. But the great thing about the cinema class is I don't even have to care when I go to class. I could just roll out of bed and go because it's just a bunch of dudes and, you know, who cares? Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to click the like, subscribe buttons if you haven't already. My head hurts. Thanks for watching. I will see you all on the flip side.